Hey, what's up, guys? GODLYxPANDax, Aaron is here. This is a multi-team gameplay that I got like an hour ago. Um, but I'm gonna jump into this so I can get as much time as possible. This is my Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition breakdown of the campaign in lieu of playing through the game. So let's get started. So when we left off, Master Chief and Cortana had just rescued a bunch of Marines that survived the Pillar of Autumn crashing on Halo. Uh, and after sorry um after you save them, you learn the location of where Captain Keyes and who's the I guess the leader of the forces, the UNSC forces at this point. You learn where he is being held prisoner, and he's being held prisoner on a Covenant cruiser that's called the Truth and Reconciliation. So what you do is you go and you infiltrate this cruiser, and you fight through all the Covenant, and you get to Captain Keyes, and you save him and a bunch of other Marines, and then you all escape to a rendezvous point. And while you were on the ship, you learned that the Covenant want to activate Halo, and you don't want that to happen because that's bad. So what happens then is sorry, my nose is itchy. What happens then is you learn the location of a control, or the map room, which has the map of Halo, where you can find the control room and the sacred icon, the index that you use to activate Halo. So what you do is the next level you end up searching for this map room and find it, and then you learn the location of the control room. So then you have to Master Chief has to fight to the control room. And once you're there, he puts Cortana into like Halo's system, I guess. Their sort of database, and she learns lots of information. And then you learn where you can get the icon, the index. So the next mission, Master Chief goes to a swamp, or a swampy area, which actually leads into an underground Forerunner complex. And in this underground Forerunner complex, being held are the Flood. And the Flood are the only enemy that the Covenant fear. They do not fear the humans. They actually think the humans are inferior, and quite possibly, and most likely probably are inferior to the Covenant, the way the war was going. But the Covenant fear the Flood because the Flood are an infectious species that can take over sentient beings, living beings, like creatures. So they can take over humans, they can take over any Covenant, Jackal, Elite, Brute, Grunt, and they can also form their own like forms of infectious beings. But the Flood are very dangerous, and you learn all about them. And if you want to go search for more information on them, go ahead. Feel free to search Flood from Halo. In the Google search bar, and you'll find a shit ton of information about these creepy ass species. But you learn about them, and they're extremely evil and very bad. But what happens is, what after that you meet 343 Guilty Spark, who is the monitor, and the monitor of installation. I don't know what installation is. He's the monitor of Halo. I don't know what installation specifically. There's actually many Halos. You're not supposed to know that yet, but I'm telling you anyway. Don't tell anyone. You will meet him, and he takes you to the index, and then Master Chief has to fight through wave after wave of Flood to get to the index. And once you do, he takes you to the control room. And once you get there, he convinces Master Chief to activate Halo, but he deceives Master Chief in believing that if he activates Halo, Halo's defenses are going to turn on and destroy the Flood, and it's problem solved. But actually, Cortana stops this from happening and explains to Master Chief that Halo actually, what it does is it kills all sentient life in the galaxy. So to keep things simple enough, it destroys the Flood's food. The Flood what Halo does is it kills the humans, the Covenant, everything that the Flood can feed on, and it kills everything that the Flood can feed on, and then they starve to death. So Halo essentially just says, "I'm going to kill your food, so then you can starve to death." But that's what the Forerunners built Halo for, and then you turn against the Monitor because you realize he was trying to kill you. So then what you do is then you overload these generators so that you can buy yourself some time. And you have to buy yourself some time so that you can blow up the Pillar of Autumn. Cortana comes up with this plan where you blow up the Pillar of Autumn, and then you can destroy Halo because the engines are powerful enough. The reactors on the Pillar of Autumn are powerful enough. But Captain Keyes but Captain Keyes is the only one who can activate the Pillar of Autumn's engines so that they can blow up. So you actually go back to the Truth and Reconciliation to go save Captain Keyes, and it turns out that he has been infected by the Flood and he's dead. So you take his neural implants because he's the only one who can activate the reactors, and then you go back to the Pillar of Autumn and you learn that 343 Guilty Spark is there. And he's taking all this information of the humans and what they've learned over the past thousands of years and everything that's happened with them. And then you actually reactivate the reactors, or you overload the reactors, blow up the Pillar of Autumn, escape on a longsword as the only surviving humans. As the only surviving human, actually. I mean, Cortana's not really a human. And then you actually, after that, you just escape, and the last line of the whole game is Cortana saying, "It's finished. Halo, the Flood, everything." And then Master Chief takes off his helmet, but of course you don't see it, his face, and says, "No, I think we're just getting started." And then the game ends. So that's pretty much it for the whole summary. I thought I did pretty well on that. I practiced it about 2 or 3 times, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm sorry if I didn't play through the game. I just really didn't really feel like it. Please like if you liked it. If you didn't like it, tell me why. I'll try and make it better next time. I'm not really redoing this, but subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in Halo 2 in September. So, bye.